Voice of the Cage.
We have reached the main event of the evening.
This is Voice of the Cage Radio with Patrick Stanger. Fighters, trainers, promoters, events, rumors. If it has to do with MMA, we're talking about it.
Hey, it's Chuck Liddell. You're listening to Voice of the Cage, Patrick Stanger. You don't know, you should know. This is Chael Sonnen, and you're listening to Voice of the Cage with the one and only Patrick Stanger.
On the phone with me right now, UFC heavyweight Matt Matrione also appeared on the 10th season of The Ultimate Fighter Heavyweights. Matt, how you doing?
Oh, dude, if I can only tell you how well I'm doing. I am wonderful.
Well, obviously, you're getting ready for a fight coming up here this weekend, UFC 137. You're fighting Czech Congo.
Yes, sir. Fighting Czech Congo. Dare I say, instead of being wonderful, could I actually be delicious today?
Well, you can be delicious. Before we got on the phone, I noticed you were talking about... You didn't know I was on the phone, and I heard you talking about, hey, I need to take off my shirt so I feel more sexy. What was going on with that?
Well, I've covered myself in beet juice today, so I kind of feel like Carrie from from the movie Carrie.
Yeah.
Like what was that chick's name? What's that actress's name?
She was
Sissy Spacek.
Sissy Spacek, yeah.
Carrie. I almost look like Sissy Spacek right now. Like I'm really, really creepy, so I need to take my shirt off so I'm just a little bit sexier.
Why are you covered in beet juice?
Well, it's a Dolce diet thing, like if you pour beet juice on your body, you absorb it much better through osmosis. So I'm actually bathing in beet juice as we speak.
You are definitely a character, man, I got to tell you. Obviously, you played football for the New York Giants, you played for the Minnesota Vikings, and then here you are, you appeared on The Ultimate Fighter Season 10. You made the switch from NFL to MMA. A couple questions. How did you actually get involved with MMA, and why did you decide to leave the NFL for MMA? I mean, I kind of see you and your style and personality, and you just seem like, wow, this is just something I just do for fun. I don't have to do this.
Well, no, I don't have to do it. I'm not. Nobody holds a gun to my head. But I feel like before I even get into that answer, I need to tell you that I was with the 49ers in 2004, and I got cut in camp. I had an injury with my heel. I had some screws taken out of my heel, and it macerated, so it didn't ever close. So when I got cut, I drove from San Jose, down to Phoenix, Phoenix, Arizona, and then drove down to Austin, Texas. And I stayed in Austin, Texas for like 3 months.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, my wife used to live down there. She worked for a company called Oasis Silicone Systems.
Yeah,
so I stayed down there for
a lot of high tech here, a lot of high tech.
I've actually been down to Austin, and I love the fact you can go to a gas station and find a band jamming out at like 10 in the morning. It's awesome.
Yeah.
So that's my thing about Austin, Texas. I tried to tell you that story 3 times earlier, but you just completely ignored me as you were transferring lines.
I'm sorry, Matt.
And then, I don't have to do this job, but I really enjoy it. I enjoy a job that, is commands and demands me to be physically fit, on top of my game mentally. I dig it. It's a lot of fun. And I never willingly left the NFL. I went kicking and screaming. I mean, NFL got done with me. I didn't get done with the NFL.
Right.
So, and once they got done with me, and my son was born that following week, well, then I had to find a paycheck that wasn't determined on somebody else. And the bad thing about the NFL is that, well, A, there's no severance pay. I mean, you sign a contract that lasts for 3 years, well, that doesn't mean a damn thing to them. You're only there until they need you, and then when they don't need you anymore, you're cut. And, that means somebody else controls your paycheck. And the other bad thing about the NFL is that even if you do everything correctly, if you're a guy who's expendable or not good enough to be very, very safe, and I was a defensive lineman, and if an O-lineman gets hurt, they need to make space on the roster, well, then, Jack, you're probably going to be the one to go. And so that means you're never safe. And your paycheck's always in limbo, and that's a lot of stress. So, so those are kind of the things with the NFL. And then once I got cut in week 6 of 2005 from the Vikings, I was like, all right, I'm done. I have a son. I need to be responsible, and I need to be a good parent and come home and bring a reliable paycheck home. So I left.
Gotcha. And what were you doing in Austin? You just hanging out with your wife when you were here?
Yeah, I mean, I was living the dream. I just got cut from an NFL team. I didn't have too much going on in my life. I was kind of bummed out by it. So I just went down to Austin and kicked it with all the goat ropers down there, and had a great time, dude. It was a blast.
Yeah.
Eve Edwards lives in Austin.
Yeah, he trains here, and Tim Kennedy is here, and Paul Bentello. I can't say his name. Paul Bentello. Yeah, we got a little bit of MMA scene going on. You should come down and train.
I would love to. There's actually quite a few Purdue Boilermakers that represent down in Austin, Texas, also.
Good deal.
Adrian Beasley from Rose Bowl fame.
You know, I'll tell you one thing. You were talking about the NFL making the transition to MMA. Is that I became a big MMA fan. I guess it was back in 2007. I saw my first fight. It was a local fight. It wasn't even the UFC. It was a fight here in Austin. And I was hooked after that. And it's funny, I started watching every UFC event, started ordering them on pay-per-view, going to the events, keeping up with everything. And it has actually ruined my football season. I mean, I'll keep up with the UT Longhorns, I'll watch them. But NFL, dude, it moves slow. It moves as slow as baseball moves, to me back when I was a big football fan. So
it's funny to me that I don't watch sports at all. And I'm so far removed from the NFL and even from college, which I like college much more than I like NFL. But, I find it that, yeah, you're right. Other sports just move so much slower, and they're so methodical in a lot of ways. And it makes it difficult for me to watch it. Plus, I have 3 little awesome kids. So if I can have the time to sit down and relax, I'd rather, wrestle and play with my kids and rather give them rug burns, than watch. Just spend my time spacing out watching TV.
Hey, so you guys were late calling me. It wasn't because you were on the phone with Mauro Ronaldo, were you? He kept you on the phone, didn't he?
I was not on the phone with Mauro Ronaldo this morning.
I can't stand that guy.
You don't like him?
No, I'd like to fight him.
Are you for real? Because I would love to set up a DJ versus DJ or radio host versus radio host fight. I think that would be awesome.
Yeah, I'll take it, man. Just let me know what he says. I'm in.
I'll do that. I'm totally going to instigate this because that's what I do. I instigate fights better than almost anybody I know. That's going to be a lot of fun. So let me ask you this.
I think I outweigh him, though.
Grown-up baby Stewie, right? So what would your plan of attack be to counter his mastermind deviousness?
Mauro Ronaldo?
Yeah, Mauro Ronaldo. Yeah, I'm talking about the radio host, right? The guy who...
Yeah, oh, yeah. I would kick him in the peninsula south of the border. I hate it when he says that.
You're not trying to fight him, man. You're trying to kick him in the balls. That's not fighting, dude.
No, I would probably, I'd probably take him down. Take him down immediately. Just sit on him and ground and pound. Just sit there and enjoy it. Or I guess I could, if he wanted to stand, I could stand with him too. That's fine.
So tell me this: are you a wrestler by trade?
No, not. I actually have a background in martial arts, just regular old karate, and I've been training in BJJ and boxing. So. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Let me ask this. So why don't you like Mauro Ronaldo? Why don't you like him?
Yeah, he's just kind of a loudmouth, and I don't like a lot of the stuff he says. I mean, you are instigating this now. Look at you.
Yeah, I'm totally. I want to know. I want to know the scoop. I mean, you guys get after us to find stuff out. So let me grab the microphone for a second. What is it about him that you don't like? Has there ever been beef between you guys in person? And if so, would you slap him in his face in an appropriate environment?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. If he didn't press charges on me, for sure, I would take him on.
So, would you pour a drink on his shoes in the club?
No, I ain't gonna start anything with him. I was actually backstage with him at a Strikeforce event, and my fiance and I always. No, I didn't say anything. What am I gonna say? I'm gonna pick a fight with their guy? No, I'm not. My fiance was like, "Let's get a picture," and I'm like, "Seriously, we make fun of this guy all the time. We're not taking a picture with him." Anyway, back to you, Matt. Hey, I'll let you instigate that fight. I would love to have it, but I'm sure he won't take it. I was actually right next to you at UFC 136 in Houston. You were in that bar section, where you went down and sit in the seats, and there was that little bar up there. And
yeah, I was drunk. I was hammered.
Well, you were rooting for Joey Beltran, and I know you guys had fought. Have y'all trained together recently, or?
Yeah, man. Actually, I'm just kidding. I wasn't drunk. I don't ever drink.
You didn't seem drunk.
Yeah, dude. After I fought Joey, I went out to California, did like a little California tour, and worked with some gyms out there, and went down to Alliance, and worked with Brandon Vera, Joey Beltran, Dominic Cruz, a couple of the fellas down there. And it was good, man. Joey and I have a really good relationship. Just because we fought each other. We didn't know each other before the fight, but then afterwards, man, there's a whole lot of mutual respect between he and I. And he's a good dude. He's the toughest person I've ever scrapped, professional or non-professional. Joey is a tough dude.
Yeah.
And sucks he lost his last fight, but Joey's down to put on a great show. And if you can beat Joey, you're doing something. That's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely, man. He is a tough. Now he trains out of Alliance, right? In California.
Yes, sir, that is correct.
Yeah. So anyway, you're fighting Saturday night, UFC 137, Czech Congo, live on pay-per-view. Matt, been good talking to you. I'm going to have to let you go. I think we've already gone over our time limit.
I appreciate it. It was a whole lot of fun. I'm going to try to totally instigate this fight here.
Well, get a hold of me. You can find me at voiceofthecage.com. You can search me on Facebook under that same name as well. So that way you can get a hold of me. But yeah, instigate it. Let me know. He probably doesn't even know. I'm sure he doesn't know who I am. But
what's your Twitter? You have a Twitter account?
At voiceofthecage.com.
Good. I like it a whole lot. I'm going to totally instigate it. I'm at Matt Matrione. Follow me, then I'll talk to all kinds of people.
Definitely. Okay, good. You're going to have to be the ring announcer, though, if this happens.
I can do it. I'm a ham. I can do it.
Oh, yeah, you can. For sure. All right, Matt. Well, you have a good one, man, and good luck for the fight. I got you as my pick, man, so don't let me down, bro.
Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it. I look forward to it.
This is Carlos Condit, and you're listening to Voice of the Cage with Patrick Stanger.
This is Tito Ortiz. You're listening to Voice of the Cage with Patrick Stanger.
Thanks for listening to Voice of the Cage Radio. Email questions, inquiries, and other business to info@voiceofthecage.com. Facebook search Voice of the Cage and like to get the latest Voice of the Cage radio show. To book Patrick Stanger at your next fight promotion, visit voiceofthecage.com.